Greetings. Joe Jackson here, co-pastor of the church at Wellington. And this is day number 10 of our 21 days of concentrated prayer and fasting. Today we find ourselves just titling our devotion, Courage in the Face of the Enemy. I take the text out of Exodus chapter number 14, verses 8 and 9. Says this, and the Lord hardened the heart of Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and he pursued the children of Israel, and the children of Israel went out with boldness. So the Egyptians pursued them, all the horses and chariots of Pharaoh, his horsemen and his army, and overtook them, camping by the sea beside Pi-hahiroth before Baal-zephon. The scene is epic. Charlton Heston would have been proud. If you don't know, Charlton Heston played the part of Moses in the epic 1956 film, The Ten Commandments. So Pharaoh and his hundreds of warriors in their chariots, thundering across the desert sands, the sun shining in their war wagons and glimmering weaponry, all under the beating Egyptian sun. All of them chasing after the runaway slaves to bring them back under subjection of the gods of Egypt, or at least under the heavy hand of the taskmasters, which Israel had complained to God about beforehand. This scene would have made the top playbacks on the evening news. A video would have gone viral, and all of this show of force, and there wasn't a single cell phone to record any of it. If they just would have had the internet back then. Okay, but you have to remember they were prepared for battle. Look back on day number 3 if you need to, but they were ready. They were able to face the thundering hordes with courage because they were prepared. Sometimes we get the idea that we're just supernaturally empowered with courage from the Spirit of God. We do have a courage from Holy Spirit, but there is also much courage when it comes as we spend time with God and follow His leading into battle. It is good to be filled with the boldness to spread the word to our world, but we also need to have the courage which our understanding of God and His ways brings to us. As we saw earlier, Joseph knew that the faithfulness of his people would bring about God's blessing as they honored him by transporting his bones back to the promised land. There is a definite cause and effect relationship with God that comes into play in this story right here. When we allow Holy Spirit to lead us into a greater depth in God, the effect will be our obedience will turn into confidence. Not confidence in our ability, but our confidence in Him. This time of fasting is a journey of growth in God, not a journey of getting things from God. It's a given that you will face battles. The question is, how will you face those battles? You have an opportunity to grow up in Him, and so doing, you can exponentially create confidence or courage to face your enemy. Saying the greater is He that is in me verse really is easy words. The question is, can you stand with boldness when the sand is flying and you are facing total elimination? Through Him you can, and through Him you will. Prepare yourself for battle, form your plan, and stand with boldness. Remember this, you serve a great God, and you can expect Him to do great things through you. May God bless you. Have a great day in Him. We'll see you back here tomorrow.